Alright guys, I'm back with another firearms accessories related review. This is for a Generation 2 Tuff Zone flip up forward and rear sights. So the front and rear sight flip ups from Tuff Zone. Now these are kind of an alternative to the Magpul versions of these. Now Magpul kind of has a good name for making good quality plastic parts. And these were actually on cheaper than dirt for 20 bucks for the pair. So you got the front and the rear sight for $20. And if you go and look for the cheapest I've found, the Magpul, if you want to get both sets, you're paying 60 plus if you get a really good deal on front and rear sights. So I decided to test these out, see if they're worth anything. And see me unbox them. I got two pairs of them for two different weapons. And I'm just thinking, well, 20 bucks, great way to start off if you're looking for, if you bought a rifle, you just spent a few $100, you don't have much left over. Well, now you can get a good affordable pair of sights, and I'm about to test them to see if they're functional and work well enough. I'm going to test them at 25 yards, pie plate accuracy, no laser bore sight or anything to get it matched up. Just see what I can do with the sights by themselves, whether they hold up, all that fun stuff. Real quick note about these sights. The only major issue I found was when you change the aperture from that wide aperture to the narrow aperture, you cannot then flip the sight back down because the aperture blocks where the level off with the picatinny rail is on my rifle and any given AR-15. So that's what it looks like flipped up. That is the rear sight. It looks very similar to a Magpul. I will say it's higher profile than a Magpul, so when it's laying down flat, I have a Magpul rear sight and it's not quite as flat to the rifle. It lifts up a little bit, so it's not quite as low profile. So if you're looking for backup sights that you don't really want to notice, maybe these aren't for you, but if you're just looking for a good set of backup iron sights, so far I'm kind of liking these a lot. One fear I had was that there'd be a lot of play once they were installed, but I was wrong. Once they were installed and you got them good and snug, they install like any other Picatinny rail accessory. Once they were in, they were set. They wouldn't move, they wouldn't budge, so they were good to go there. They another little thing that's different from the Magpul version. Magpul, the way it works is it's just a push down. You push down the button, it pops up. This is a pull. You kind of have to pull forward with your thumb to pop the thing up. I guess that's one way they avoid any kind of patent infringement Magpul would have. The dials are pretty typical. They have left and right indicators on them, up and down for the front sight. No, I wiggled them around a lot, shook them, made sure there didn't feel like loose parts, like cheap made stuff from China would sometimes have. They seem really sturdy. They feel like they might even be metal in places. I'm not sure though, but it feels like they got some good metal. It's got metal internal gearings. I think it's plastic on the outside, metal on the inside. So there's no plastic threads to worry about stripping. They're a good set of sights. So I'm going to let you watch me continue to fiddle around with these things, messing around with the aperture, and then the actual video of me shooting will start up pretty soon thereafter. Alright, so we got an AR-15 with Tuff Zone sights, front and rear on here. And I got my makeshift super redneck brass catcher, got my ears. And we're going to get loaded up, and hopefully with the camera we'll be able to see whether or not these Tuff Zone things can be sighted in pretty quickly. I don't have my laser bore sighter, so this is going to take a little while. And I'll hopefully just show you the highlights. I'm not going to make you watch me shoot for 30 minutes trying to get this thing sighted in with just kind of eyeballing it. Just for the sake of information, I'm shooting American Eagle black box ammo, standard cheap ammo. It's not match grade by any stretch of the imagination. Shooting at a pie plate about 25 yards away in very low light. You can see it's in the woods. The camera's going to give it a lot of benefit out because it takes in more light because it's a camera. And it did not look that bright to me when I was shooting. At this distance, the front pin is about as wide as that orange sticker, so that's what I'm working with here. Again, it's not laser sighted, so I'm basically looking for pie plate accuracy. And I'll also point out that I'm not using a rifle rest. It's just me holding the rifle up with my arm on the foregrip. Nothing really holding it steady, just me kind of keeping my arm steady. Alright, first of all, those sirens had nothing to do with me. I'm in the county. I shoot all day long on my own property. I'm shooting in the woods. And you'll notice I shot a little low. 3 made it onto the plate. And if you actually go back and watch the video again, you actually see where I missed, and you can see the leaves underneath just swoosh through like something was going by. I was just shooting a little low. Or for that second round of shooting, I made no adjustments to the sights. I just tried it again at 5, see what would happen, and I was right around the same area. So that's basically what was happening. I even hit the wood stake I used to mount the pie pan. Only took 3 shots on this one. This was my first adjustment, so I took fewer shots, and they all end up higher on the plate. So I know I'm making some progress, but that's why I limit my shots, because I'm trying to save ammo, because it's not cheap, even when it's cheap American Eagle black box. Alright, so 4 shots, 3 on target. Again, a little bit higher with a slight adjustment. One, I think I just completely missed the pie plate completely, so I was just way off. I'm feeling a little more confident, so it's time for a new sticker and some new data. Alright, so 12 shots taken and 12 shots on the pan. Most of them actually inside the 3-inch orange circle. I edited out a couple jams and a partial magazine reload for your benefit and keeping the video short so it upload a little faster. And I'm pretty satisfied considering this is very, very rudimentary sighting on my part. It was not using a laser, a bore sighter, anything really. It was just me kind of eyeballing and hoping I get on target. I'm a plinker. I don't really do long distance shooting or try to get within a minute of center or anything crazy. So for me, plinking, these sights are perfect. You need backup sights for an at-home gun. These things work great. I totally would recommend them. I'm very happy with the purchase, and you smell a nice carpet pattern. But yeah, for $20, I mean, I bought 2 sets of these from Cheaper Than Dirt for probably what amounts to less than half of what it would cost me to get 2 sets of Magpul front and rear sights, flip-ups. Again, pros, cost, cons, it's not quite as low profile. I don't know how I'm going to feel about them a year from now, if these sights still be on the gun or if I'm going to think they're pieces of junk. They feel heavy duty and very robust. I can't fault them for feeling cheap, because they don't feel cheap to me. They have metal parts inside them, the outside's plastic. So that's a pro-con mix and mash there. Overall, I'm very happy with the purchase. It makes, if you're trying to build a budget rifle and you don't want to sit there and pay $400, $500 for an AR-15 and then spend another $200 on some kind of optic, hey, this is what you want to go do out and plink and put 100 rounds out if you're bored one day and you're out shooting with friends or whatever you're doing. Or if you just want to have a rifle in the house that you can get to quickly that has reliable sights. I mean, these feel like very robust and good sights to have on a rifle, so I'm happy with them, and I would totally recommend them. Thanks for watching, and please like my videos. Try to look at some other ones. Give me critiques if you want to give me critiques. I'm sure the gun community would be more than happy to do it. They're not the least nitpicky bunch out there, so feel free to give me a critique or make a request, something you want me to do. Have a great day.